What is up, you wonderful, beautiful, outstanding, wonderful humans here in Atlas? Oh, it's good to see you all. My name is Adam, aka WXFan21, aka Adam WX21, aka your main CSGO caster who's ready for 3 freaking plus hours of Counter-Strike today. Why? Because all 3 of our teams are going live today. We have the Advanced here at 9, our Red team at 11, and we have our Purple team. That's our all-ladies team at 11:30. Man, I'm so excited. Let me bring in my co-caster here, Obo. Obo, what's happening, my dude? You ready for some Counter-Strike tonight or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. We got a couple games coming our way, and we're gonna start with Atlas Advanced, and we've had some pretty exciting games from them so far, and I'm really looking forward to this one in particular, Adam. So we get straight into knife round, and we're on
Great.
Vertigo. So what do we know about Atlas on Vertigo?
Atlas patented BX executes on Vertigo is what I expect to see.
Okay.
Atlas are absolute monsters on their T side of Vertigo. And right now, they just lost the knife round, so I wonder if Team Mystique have done any sort of research and demo review on Atlas. Are they going to put them on their T side first? And it looks like they are. Atlas will start off on the T side, which I can argue is their stronger side here. Just stronger in general, but also just way stronger on Vertigo. Vertigo tends to be more of a T-sided map, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some amazing B-site executes here from Atlas. You got Dooley's up. I'm gonna butcher this name the entire night. ESEA? I'm just gonna go to ESEA.
ESEA. Yeah, it sounds like to me.
So ESEA, we got Elk, Nero, Jim, and Daisy. I gotta get that command to get that out of there because someone came in auto-muted. And of course, your advanced team, Alpha, Binox, Bagel, Tyra, and Beast with their coach, Monsera. See what we can do here.
Yeah, early dink onto Daisy over towards B, and now Atlas heading back over towards A, and it looks like this is where they're gonna end at him.
Yeah, I would also, with all due respect to our amazing team, please, for the love of God, do something mid. This team doesn't do anything mid.
Well, it's the least, gone to spot on this map, so it's not uncommon for that to be kind of left alone compared to other areas. But it's Bagel who's going to be left alone to rot. Jim with an early kill through the smoke, and Beast now finding one, trying to get another one, but it's Elk for the trade. Tyra now with the bomb planted back towards ramp, and it's actually him towards Elk to find the next kill, so equalizing things.
3v3 right now.
Yeah, ESEA pushing back up onto the site. Binox is hiding in Sandbags. Alpha now is going to hear that tab. Sandbags makes himself known. Kill found. Alpha finds one now. A second and a third. Alpha. Nice triple kill for him. And a 1-0 Atlas. Hectic but successful.
For sure. 1-0 for Atlas. And I got to figure out what that command is because we got to get... What was the command we used last time?
Oh, yeah. Spectator. Can we right-click the scoreboard and then right-click Daisy and unmute him?
You can't. You have to use a console command, and I forget what the command is.
That's okay. Well, we'll have to find that out later. Yeah, I didn't realize you had to do that in spectator mode, but right.
Yeah, you do. You can't do that during an ESEA game. Right-click and unmute. You can't do that here, unfortunately.
We'll call him Daisy lovingly.
I'll figure out the console command, but right now, Team Mystique here, just 157 for Elk. And this is going to be, really interesting. You're not seeing them 5-man stack a site. 1 mid, 1 plat, and 3 on A. Atlas are taking their time, too. 4 Galils. That's something interesting. Galils here on Vertigo. Instead of like the Mac 10s with the very close corners we have here in Vertigo. And it's an A-ramp take right now. Beast does find one, but Binox has gone down. Bagel gets traded out by Elk, and now it's Alpha, Tyra, and Beast in the 3v2 situation here for Atlas. Bomb has not gone down yet, with less than a minute of play left. Beast finds one. Does Daisy here have anything to show?
Yeah, that got scary there. Elk's 5-7, getting 2 kills. I think he may have got the first kill, if not the second kill on that whole engagement over towards ramp. So we kind of kept things even on the wire there. But yeah, you made a good point. Buying all rifles, Galils, and AKs. They obviously were able to get the utility they felt like they needed, but you know, against that second round, it's not uncommon to see the SMGs to save some money, you know, to farm some cash, to make sure that if you do lose a player, you're not A, losing so much cash, and B, potentially giving up a round change into the enemy. But Atlas may have had a read. They may have said, this is the buy that goes with our play, or maybe they just all felt like buying Galil's. 2-0 Atlas. They find the second round.
For sure, and I just sent our amazing observer and producer Goose the command so we can get Daisy's name cleared up here. Obo, what are we expecting here round 3, first gun round?
Yeah, so it looks like Atlas want to change up the pace and they want to alter the expectations here. They've gone A multiple times successfully. They want to hit B quickly, and they're going to do that. There's only 2 players here, one on site towards RPK and one rotating in towards that E-box position, opening things up. Tyra finds the first kill. Daisy finds a trade. B-Nox coming in. Now Tyra trying to swing on the E-box position. Damage dealt through the smoke, but no kill found yet. HE doesn't quite hit the mark. Bomb down. Things stabilize on the site, but all 4 CTs have rotated in towards this E-box heaven position. Bomb will be recovered, and now Alpha needs to go plant. Planting out in this open right corner is going to mean more versatile post-plant opportunities, but he's exposed. Bad mistake. Elk gets one. Woo. Another Daisy, one for his own. Bagel, nade kill, but not enough.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, they had it.
They had good positions.
Yeah.
Just got a little bit, I don't know if it was cocky or outplayed there.
Yeah.
But, maybe Team Mystique just went in and did some pre-frame, but well done.
Yeah,
and,
well...
it's Aleph, is how I'm going to call him. Not Daisy, it is Aleph.
Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, and the plant spot is questionable. I don't know if maybe he was expecting somebody to be watching that, or if the guy who was watching that died and he got swung. But even if that's the case, I think if they're planting safe, he's at least able to get the bomb down, and probably able to fight for his life a little bit, even if it's from a disadvantageous spot at default.
Yeah.
So
really interesting buy here, Obo from Atlas, and opt-out for Alpha. A Galil, a couple AKs, and just a Deagle for Binox with little to no utility. That's ballsy having an op with this kind of a buy, in my opinion, especially here on Vertigo. A map that, you know, ops are really tough to play here, but Alpha already legs one of them.
Yeah, forcing into this round, the idea is we got to treat this business as usual, like it's a gun round. Buy everything you can. Binox just can't afford to buy anything other than the Deagle. Everyone else is making their own concessions, but Alpha can afford the option, so he's going to buy that, knowing that if they do win this round, they could reset the economy of the opponents, and that could shift things in their favor. So, Beast, opening engagement, nothing. Man advantage for Mystique.
Yes. 100%. And now, right now, we're just in a slow play situation. Binox will find one there, though.
Big kill.
So 4v4 here, Obo, and it's 37 seconds left. This is 4 rounds in a row where Atlas are slow playing this. They're taking their time. They're trying to find mistakes from Team Mystique. At least something really interesting to see here.
That's big. Oh, that's huge.
Tyra with 2, but 19 seconds left. Bomb's over on A, but that's going to draw the rotate.
Tyra does way more than anyone could have asked of him. All he's really trying to do is draw the rotate. Instead, he gets 2 kills and makes the A-bomb site completely kill. Bomb planted, but everything's equalized.
Okay,
2v2.
Nero.
Yeah, Bagel finds one as well. Second, no. Nero, the rotate from Alpha should be expected.
You didn't see him.
Uncharacteristic miss.
Nero on for the ace. Alpha on to deny and to win the round for Atlas. Bomb is being defused. He has no kit and will get taken out. Nice shot from Alpha.
I wonder if he saw his leg sticking out, something sticking out, because he seemed to be pretty confident on that second shot. But, oh man, that miss from Alpha was uncharacteristic. He positioned perfectly right into the area where his teammate had died. And he had made himself known towards ramp as well, so it made that reposition extra good. Just missed the shot, but able to come out with it, so good stuff from him.
Very nicely done from Alpha. Very interesting here as we head into round number 5. It's just a light investment here from Team Mystique, but there is an MP9 out on Aleph. Kind of a make-or-break round for both of these teams here, Obo, as we see 3 Galils for Atlas.
Yeah, the knock-on effects of that forced buy earlier that Atlas won are still showing as their economy is not fully recovered. Bagel, though, he's gonna
Finds
find
one.
Nero. And yeah, Side Hall remains a danger, but he will remain alive for now when we know how potent Elk can be with these pistols. He showed off his 5-7 skills. Now it's the D, but it's towards A ramp. They want to go Bagel. Contact, kill. Second kill. No, Elk finds it. Alpha to trade. Minox Molly towards heaven. Finds the first. I want to say in the second. Oh, it's
Binox
Alpha.
playing hero, but Alpha comes in with the Glock and
close.
finds it.
Yep. Good job. Almost flawless.
Ooh, Nero, op out for him. 4K 2 rounds ago was on for the ace, got denied by Alpha. Now gun round out here. Atlas trying to build up money, but they do finally have full utility and full armor. Still only 2 Galils, but on this map, I also feel like in general, the Galil is an underrated weapon.
Well, the Galil, I mean, in a lot of ways you can treat it like an M4. It's got lower first roll accuracy, but as far as the headshot goes and the damage goes in general, I don't know how much worse it is from the M4, if it's that much worse. In general, I think it's worse,
Yeah.
but you can treat it like an M4, and that's why they're willing to stick with it, right? They're willing to stick with it, treat it like an M4, save up some bank, especially if they win this round. With that saved up bank, they'll have an eco on their opponent's next round, and their bank will be just like through the roof. They go to get some like trust busters in here at that point.
Yeah. I really like this. This is... Atlas are not over-aggressing, they're not going for fast executes, and they're really trying to punish Team Mystique here.
Yeah.
And they have a really good early lead. I said at the beginning, Elbow, if you watch demo reviews of this team on Inferno, on Inferno, we cast too many Inferno games, on Vertigo, this is not a team you want starting on their strongest side.
Yeah, it was interesting that they Mystique decided to give them the T side, even if they did no scouting whatsoever. You might not give a team the T side, as we see Mystique save in this
Not on this
3v5
map.
here.
Yep, save's been called.
No, yeah, not on this map. And so, you know, maybe Mystique are a team that is thinking, well, we'll get the hearts out of the way first, which is not uncommon. Maybe they're thinking, you know, it's not that
hunting.
T-sided, and if
Look
we
at
have
Bagel
a really
hunting.
good... Yep, Bagel hunting.
Bagel finds one! Oh, he almost got the second.
Right.
Nero takes him out, though. But Bagel finding one, again, just trying to take away as many of these guns as possible for Team Mystique. Like you mentioned, that bank now is massively built up. And Beast does find Nero, can't find the last one, but the op has been taken away. Atlas are looking at 6 rounds here. Can't say too early, Obo, but this should be a pretty fast round here. Atlas should be looking at 6.
Absolutely right. We'll see what Daisy can do with this M4.
I also want to publicly apologize to Alpha for besmirching and beshaming his terrible, his wonderful looking op skin. It works for him. That's fine. He also has some badass.
What does he have? The Worm God?
Yeah, he's got the Worm God.
No,
I'm not
I
a
really
fan
like
of it,
that one.
but there are a lot of people that like it.
Do I need to make the Little Caesars analogy again? Man, that's cheap, but it's delicious. Can't beat it.
Whatever. I publicly apologize to Alpha. We all have our own different versions of skins. As Tyra over here finds one, Binox with 2.
Yeah, sometimes the color of a skin, and by that I mean the level, like light blue, blue, pink, purple, red, so on and so forth, really determines. No. What I'm saying is really does determine its price, because if the Worm God was, for example, a pink, it would be way more expensive, because it's pretty enough to look like one.
It's a blue for a reason. I digress.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying the color does definitely change its value.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Absolutely.
I am thankful for that in a lot of ways, because we do get a lot of nice skins that are, you take relatively
a look, for example, another blue op skin another blue op skin that's really nice, besides the Worm God, is the pop-op that came out during the Operation Riptide with the train collection.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I like the pop and all the different patterns and designs. It looks really nice in CS2.
Sure.
So again, I publicly apologize to Mr. Alpha, but Alpha needs no apologies. He's 9-2-1 here, Obo.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with that one missed shot earlier, that wasn't the story. The story here is him hitting shots, and you're right, Nero, he's gonna hit the first one of this round, opening things up, dropping Tyra. So an early man advantage here, Team Mystique. And they need one. They're down 1-6.
Yeah.
on the CT side. So yeah, this you said it. I'll repeat it. Wonder what they were doing, giving Atlas the T side to start this game.
And Bagel is just doing his normal stuff. Let's get the Bagels emoji spamming in chat.
That's right.
Bagel just being Bagel and being toasty and doing everything he can. The map control that he took on A is allowing this push.
Absolutely.
But also look at what happened though. The rotate came in, but unfortunately was not enough. Alpha aggressing has the bomb in hand. Binox straight.
Oh, man.
So this is cool. That man advantage we're talking about, Obo, is gone because of the space that Bagel took. And
Yep.
Binox, Atlas are in strong post-plant positions, and I don't know if Team Mystique even want to go for this. They don't have retake utility.
No, but they're so stuck in. It kind of feels like you have to go to it and go for this. And when you're down 1-6, it feels like you have to go for them. And so they are going to advance.
Alpha the barrel. Nice flick.
Absolutely, Alpha spots him, takes him down.
That did
now the save is called.
Yeah, that did let EMEA did manage to escape and manage to get away, but Wisconsin says not today.
Not
Little
quite.
greedy by EMEA wanting an exit kill.
Well, yeah, and with the amount of money they have, they don't care. They're thinking, you know, go for the jugular. This is don't let them get a single thing mode right now.
Well, yeah,
because they can
EMEA should have
afford
just
that.
ran away and saved that gun.
He should
do
have.
not have the money to sit there and try playing for exit kills.
Yeah. Sometimes when you maybe he felt, the guy was in tow so close that he just had to turn around and fight, he couldn't run away. But you're right. Not good to give that gun up. And Atlas just looked so in stride. Oh, big eco push towards mid. Nero gets one. Binox stabilizing things. Yeah, Daisy.
I mean, also
he's got the 5.7.
You can't blame them here either. Team Mystique needing to try something to not only destabilize Atlas, but to try making something happen.
Yeah.
Bagel takes out Elk, but Aleph does have an AK, and that is probably going to try to be saved over here.
No, he wants to go for the hero play. Here he is with the AK. One. Oh, that was lined up for the second one. Binox was low.
Trading.
Yeah, but
this team is so good at trading. It's definitely one of their strengths. Okay. I will say for an eco round, big shoutouts to Team Mystique because 3 kills on an eco, that was nicely done.
Yep. Yeah, they did a good job pushing mid and doing something different. Got kind of the early kill, got away with the AK, and there was a real world where I think it was Nero who had the AK, but whoever it was, Sidal, if he was ready for the trade, he would have killed him. And you know what? Probably should have been ready for the trade. Maybe he looked away too soon. But maybe it was due to the sort of just slightly delayed peak by the low second player. I think it was Pinox. So good stuff from Atlas and Mystique. They need to start putting rounds on the board. This is the gun round that determines whether or not it's going to be a game or not so much a game.
Absolutely. Atlas have already won the half, but at the same time,
that's right.
Team Mystique needs something here. They finally have a lot of util. They finally get a lot of the stuff that they need. Not the armor, but Team Mystique trying to make something happen. And once again, Team Mystique, if you did your homework, maybe not, you continue to send presence mid. Atlas does not go mid. This should be well known. But again, well known, and then Atlas changes up their strategy and then say they go 4 rounds mid. That's why you always have to have presence in certain parts of the map, unless by purpose you're giving it up there, Obo.
Yeah, absolutely right. You always have to have some presence and make sure you're not leaving holes in your defaults. And here we can see that kind of mid-duel just between 2 players, right? It's really a weird thing. It's in a lot of ways an extremity in this map. Just when you don't see it, you get used a lot. And, maybe that's a mistake, but it's just a trend. Maybe it's just the trend in the lower levels, maybe the pros are using it a lot more.
Yeah.
But still, the A ramp is just so wide open that you find yourself doing so much action there so frequently, and mid is too far removed. Bagel removing Daisy as well as the hit comes in towards B.
Bagel's a madman. Again, spam those Bagel emotes in chat. We need to get one for Alpha. It's up to Nero. Save's already been called. Bagel finds 2 there. Bagel is definitely a difference maker for this team. As much as adding Alpha has really helped this team out from an op perspective, oh my goodness. Allowing Bagel free reign to truly be able to be himself, he's a mini Yakindar Obo. Is that not who he reminds you of as Yakindar?
I don't know. You can compare players to other players, and
Just his aggressive entry style of play reminds me of Yakindar. Also, really no surprise that, shout out to Yakindar because that is Bagel's favorite player.
and Bagel definitely plays with no fear, and he definitely is willing to go out there and get the kills, and most of the time, it works out for him. And it does this time as well. It has been overall 12 for him, 12 for Binox. They both top the scoreboard. The only players in the server to break double digits, along with their brother-in-arms Alpha, who has 11. Mystique
Beast,
have one
Beast,
round. Oh,
yeah,
no.
Beast not needing to do much here.
No.
Again, when it's 9-1 like this, and you're just owning the map, and the kills are so evenly spread out like this, not surprising. Timeout here called, most likely by Team Mystique. They can't get anything here. Now, surprisingly, while we have this timeout, we go into Team Mystique for a second here, right? Team Mystique are 2-0 this season in advance. They beat their first team, who are now 2-1, called Magic Light 16-6, and they beat Swung or Be Swung 16-8. Now those maps were Mirage and Overpass respectively. This is the first time they're playing Vertigo this season. Maybe this just isn't their map.
Yeah, and
like,
I think
still, when you hear 16-6 and 16-8, Obo, wouldn't you expect a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, right? And I think maybe part of it's what you said, it's not their map, and maybe part of it's that combined with it really is Atlas's map. I mean, Atlas just feel like they're so in stride, and it's so effortless, and they're doing all the right things. And
this is one of their stronger maps.
It's just it looks so simple. When it looks like when it looks easy, and you know it's not, that's how you know a team really has it down.
This is one of their stronger maps for Atlas, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, you love to see it. Thank you everyone here for joining as well again. Feel free to spam those 4 emotes there in the chat. We got Beasts, Tyras, Bagels, and Binoxes. Alphas we need to work on. And yes, feel free to spam those emotes in chat for this advanced team. Later on tonight, going to be the Atlas Esports Purple team in their 3rd match of the season. Bagel with the massive opener. Gonna find another here. Bagel is absolutely unleashed right now. Spam the Bagel emotes in chat, but right now, look at this. Not only is the op currently being saved, they're saving the 2 MP9s. Obo, if you're saving the MP9s, right? If I'm Team Mystique's coach, I'm calling for a rush down, let's just say the A ramp, most likely, because that's where we've seen Atlas take a lot of space from. And I would just try to catch Atlas off guard.
Yeah, I think you're pretty close there. I would agree. I think you want to get those MP9s into close positions and A ramp. I've made this comparison many times before, but A ramp on this map is like Banana on Inferno. And so CTs really generally want to get that deep A ramp smoke every single time. So if they do that, they can get the MP9s up close behind. Maybe they even flash through the smoke a little cheeky little 2-man push through a smoke with the MP9s and a flash. That might be dirty. But yeah, I agree totally. They need to have a set plan that revolves around these guns. And actually, one of those MP9s is going to be upgraded to an M4. So maybe that changes the mission. But still, you're right. Do something with the MP9. Don't just sit idly.
You need to catch Atlas off guard if you continue. You need to be, it's easy to sit here and armchair quarterback as a caster because we can see both sides of the game. And when you're actually in the game, it's very different. But how do you not sit there and say, we need to do something to throw these guys off? Be aggressive. Look at what they're doing on A. Look at all the space Team Mystique have taken on A right now. They've taken full ramp control. But unfortunately for them, Atlas are about to execute here on the B-bomb site, most likely. Utility is starting to rain down as Tyra is first onto the site. Spots one. Can he find the second? Refires that triple box spot. Alpha does take out Emiya. That's an open B-bomb site. Alpha holding HVAC takes out Jimwoo. Nero and Elk left to try clutching this, and Nero will find Tyra.
Yeah, that's gonna stop the bomb from being planted too.
Oh my goodness, Alpha get both. Alpha finds one, knows they're boosted, but runs out of bullets!
Oh
but
my
Bagel
lord.
is there to clean it up.
Yeah, so, you know, Team Mystique there, really kind of to your point, they didn't do anything special. You know, you don't have to do something special just because you have the MP9, but they need to do something different to try to win rounds. They just did really standard A control. They didn't really see anything. By the
They
time they were
actually took
like,
a little bit more space on ramp over, which I was really impressed. I was looking at the
oh,
minimap,
it looks
and they
standard to
took a
me,
lot
but
of
we'd have
A-ramp
to review
control.
it. Either way, they do. It was uninspired. It appeared like it was standard, but we weren't looking, or I wasn't
Yeah.
looking spectator-wise. And by the time they realized what they had seen, the hit was coming out towards B, and all three
Oh,
of them had a very long rotate.
yep. Nicely done, Tyra. That's gonna be information I heard from him. And again, changing things up, EMEA, and I believe it's let's see. Oh, it's Aleph. Both of these teams here, both of them were pushed up, trying to make something happen. And just like that, there's the mid control. The Team Mystique, after giving up without taking it for a while, gave it up. And now it's 4v4, but not for long. Okay. Just like that, 4v4 turned into a 3v2. You could say 2v2 because Beast is down to 8 HP. And the bomb's going to get planted here at B. Team Mystique, I'm sorry, in my opinion, don't have a choice. They have to try this retake, but they did deny the initial bomb plant. It's up to Nero in the op. Bomb is retreating and is going to run over to the A bomb site. Just like that, what was 3v2 is now 1v1. Nero, full health, and an op, and a defuse kit, but no utility oboe, and that could prove to be a difference maker here. Finds a Molotov. Beast with the 3K. Oh, 200 IQ, the double fake. Goes to A and then re-rotates back. Oboe, this is big brain play here. The bomb's going to go down in just in the nick of time. 15 seconds left in this round as we're about to get another 40 seconds on the clock. And here comes Nero versus Beast. Nero and Beast knows EXP doesn't have a lot left. Unfortunate. I would have just hid behind E-box and waited. But it's all good. Beast tried to. Can't blame him. Team Mystique finally find a round win, and they would get their second. And Nero, you nut. What happens if you fall off the map there, Nero?
I mean, they're down 2-11. Who cares, right? No, I'm just kidding. But you know, one thing that might be of note there is can't even remember who was in the clutch. Sorry, but whoever's in the clutch there, he kind of get caught. Yeah, he kind of gets caught out in the open around E-box. And if you notice actually, before he even plants the bomb, before the CT gets the sound cue, he starts rotating back to B. So that might be the reason that Vinox or Beast didn't have the timing he expected to get as far up as he wanted to in the defense.
Still to be on A.
Right, maybe he expected himself to have a couple extra seconds to get into whatever spot he was going to. That might
probably was going for that drywall boost. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe even to get even close. Who knows, right?
I can't even fault Beast, and you know, quite frankly, nor am I going to. 8 HP gets the bomb down. They get more money. It's the first loss they have in many rounds.
Also, spectator,
him.
can we see not a dead body, please? Alright. Back into it. 4v4. And oh my lord, look. He's open. But EMEA, he's coming up right behind them, so it's a double-edged sword. It's a bittersweet
could be huge.
symphony. Please don't sue me, Mr. the Rolling Stones. And they're coming up. B, EMEA, he's gonna find one in the flank. Alpha drops, but it's the warning sign for Bagel. Jumps on top, finds one nade damage, but kill not found. Daisy gets the trade. Tyra, meanwhile, on the other side gets wooed. Binox knows. Yeah, they jump right by each other. Missed off shot by Elk is going to give Binox the kill. 2v1. Daisy left.
Each other
Famas coming up around towards that RPK position. He's going to swing on out. Nothing to be found. Damage dealt. And
sweet
he's going to get another damage and shot over towards that guy RPK. Finally, Binox is going to take him down.
Yeah.
And
sorry for cutting you off there, Oboe. Binox and the other player were whispering sweet nothings to each other in their ears as they were just walking by each other in the smoke, playing handsies and footsies. But Binox gets the upper hand. 12-2 in favor of Atlas. Last round here of the first half, round number 15. Nero. 15-2 and 10. One of the top fraggers in the server right now, behind Bagel. The rest of his team is struggling to make anything happen. But finally, the double push down here with these the MP9 and an M4. Tight ramp. This could be huge right now for Team Mystique if they can find some openers like that. But Beast finds 2! Can he find the 3rd? No, but down to 14 HP is Nero. Atlas have full control of mid, but ESEA, who's siding CT. Binox finds 1. Beast, though, gonna get the bomb plant. Team Mystique realizing it's B. And the rotate has to come in fast. And Atlas should have enough time here. AK found. Should have enough time to get in strong post-plant positions. Beast playing the same position he was in the last round. Trying to get that initial information. Alpha holding flank. Binox spots 1. Binox gets the first. They get the second. No! It's Alpha versus Alif, and Alpha wins it. 13-2 in favor of Atlas Esports.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, good look. Good look. 13-2, not bad. Alpha. Man, I'm glad he hit that shot there. I was holding my breath a little bit after those first 2 kills dropped, but...
Yep.
Wow,
oh, my
13-2.
goodness. Everyone readied up right away.
Oh, nice. They're ready to, everyone's ready to get this over with. I think Team Mystique and Atlas are both ready to get this over with. I think they're both bored, but for different
Pretty
reasons.
much. Pretty much. Beast with the dualies out. That makes Goose happy.
Hmm.
And we've got Binox, though, with no money. We can see 2 pieces of utility. Very, very interesting. So Binox must have dropped over some stuff for the teams. Completely fine. Selfless IGL. Team Mystique. A mid-take here. They're gonna run into Binox, though. Or are they gonna run into Binox? It's Aleph, ESEA, and... oh my goodness, it's all 4 of them. Jimwoo and Nero as well. Smoke off. It's a B play. Beast goes down, finds Elk, but Beast is going to be overrun now as the bomb goes down here on the B bomb site. Beast goes down. 2v4 retake. Does Tyra have anything in the tank? He finds the first. Tyra needs more than 1, but Nero and ESEA are in this wonderful crossfire position. Would not surprise me to see a save here. Tyra looking, doesn't find 1. And Nero with the 3K in that pistol. Team Mystique needed that oboe.
Yeah, if they want a chance to do it, that's the time to start. If there's a silver lining, though, for Atlas in that round, I think Beast showed a really good example of following good protocol. When he knew the hit was coming in towards B as the only B player, what does he do? Does he stay and fight on B? No. He drops in towards that lower area and fights the one guy there. He knows a majority of his opponents are coming from the other way, so he's like, okay, maybe I can get this fight, kill him, survive, and let my teammates
okay, Atlas. Just feeding Alif money. That's an extra $1,800 for Alif in this round. ESEA looking, already spotted 1. Down goes Bagel. Spots Tyra as well. Bomb goes down. Extra money for Team Mystique. ESEA played that perfectly. Waited for the bomb to go down to get the extra money. And Team Mystique have found their 4th, but this just feels like almost like the Grand Canyon oboe.
Yeah,
for Team Mystique to even amount to come back here.
Yeah, especially after having lost that round, you know. Or, I'm sorry, especially after having lost that many rounds in the first half. I mean, they've got the pistol round, you know, and they're doing what they can, but we'll see. They need to string a lot together. 13-4.
That they do.
Yeah.
Oh, round number 18. Oboe, take us away.
Yeah, 13-4. Atlas up. Tower pulling over towards B as we might expect. An Alpha taking a peek in towards side. While he might find a good timing against the Mech 10 dink and kill. Will he fall back? Yes. In time? No. Nero finds a trade. Beast tries to find the trade through the wall. Yes, he will. Spotted second one out. Bagel in there for support. The smoke will obscure his vision, but Elk offers himself up. And now just a 2v4 as ESEA is going to spot. No, actually he doesn't spot Tyra up on the rafters. It's the opposite as 50 or so damage goes his way. And now just a man and a half left on this T side. Against 4 CTs. 13-4. It's looking like 10 rounds will be the differential here, really. Mystique, I suppose, deciding an A split, I'm sorry, a B split is their best chance. ESEA smoking himself off, allowing his approach up ramp to be a little bit more
Okay, Aleph.
obscured. Nice shot from Daisy, yeah. And he will spot the backside player. Tyra now flushed out. No, kill found, and then ESEA gets the trade. Huge kill actually there from Tyra. The fact that he kills Daisy really changes the dynamic of that round. Because if he kills him, the bomb gets planted, post plants get set up. Instead, 1v2 with the bomb out in the open. So good stuff. 14-4.
Yep. And again, my apologies to everyone. I have actually the actual game up. Daisy's name is Aleph.
I know, yeah, for some reason it didn't work, whatever command.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
We will work on the technical difficulties later on, but you know what? 14-4. Team Mystique, this is the last gasp for them. If they lose this, that is probably the game. 4 AKs, full investment for this team. Team Mystique looking to keep this alive to avoid taking their first loss of the current advanced season. Atlas looking to go 3-0 here this season as Tyra with balls of steel just goes and peeks through the smoke. Util gets dropped down. And now it's ESEA here in connector. Flash goes out, suspecting that one player is there. Team Mystique needing this right now. 3 players taking ramp control, but are gonna end up running into Beast and Bagel. Bagel finds one. Beast finds one as well. It's full trades. That's an open A bomb site. It's up to Alpha. He needs to hold. And he just has an MP9. Has one. Aleph bomb. Ready to go. Defending. ESEA looking to plant. ESEA looking. Peeking. Alpha trying. Takes down Aleph. It's up to ESEA. AK in hand.
Oh.
Down goes ESEA. 15-4 map and game point for Atlas Esports.
Yeah, they had no idea he was that close. Alpha jumps up on top of Headshot there, looking down, kind of downrange there, expecting him to be deeper, but he has a teammate there ready to bail him out. So, I mean, that's the benefit of being up in a 3v1 like that, and up 10, now 11 rounds as Atlas knock on the door of a very quick 16-4.
Absolutely. 11 map and game points for Atlas Esports. To put it away here in regulation. This one is looking all over but the crying right now for Atlas. 4 Deagles and a Galil for Team Mystique. My goodness, they are just been possibly handed an extremely tough defeat here as Elk still creeping around these B stairs. Gonna have to contend with Tyra. Elk ready to go. Grouping back up with the rest of his team. Nero, Alf, Elk, all over here, lower ramp. Bagel, that's information heard for them. But the fake to head back towards the B-bomb site. Nero hitting up ladder. 47 seconds left in the round. Team Mystique, you have to find something to do. It has to be now. Tyra, off-angle position. Is Aleph going to walk right into the hands of this? But Elk, been spotted. Aleph trying to swing. Gets taken out by Tyra. Vinox finds ESEA. And it's all up to Nero. The Opper. The top fragger for Team Mystique. Can he find anything? Or Atlas going to put this away? 16-4. And that'll do it. Tyra with the 3K in that last round. Atlas win 16-4.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to really say anything about that game. I mean, what do you say other than that must be against the Geneva?
Excuse me.
It's a brutal beatdown.
Brutal beatdown, it is. And at the same time, Obo, Atlas have now advanced to 3-0. Team Mystique dropped 2-1 on the season. But if we just head to what Atlas has done this season, 16-6 win on Inferno against Cheap. 16-14 comeback win against Tempest on Vertigo.
That was a
And
nice
now
one.
a 16-4 win against Team Mystique here on Vertigo as well. The next couple games they have are against Lag Gaming, D2E, who we played last season, and Lycus Empire. So D2E did have some experience last year, and I am pretty much just going to come out and say it, Obo. I don't know if this team can be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a good start so far. I think it sounds like we got some people joining, but you never want to
Yeah.
hold your breath. I mean, you do want to hold your breath when it comes to, ESEA seasons because, it's always another game. Well, not always, but it's not over till it's over, I guess.
This team just looks like night and day compared to last year's team. And now we are ready for our post-game interview. You want to know what that post-game interview is? We have the coach, Montserrat,
Hey guys.
and the one, the only, the toasty man himself, Mr. Bagel,
What up?
Captain Toasty. They are here to grace us with their presence. Obo, take us away with a question for these two.
Yeah, so we were tipped off, coach, that you're also sort of like a mental coach for the team, or maybe you're only a mental coach. I don't know if you're also like a CS coach, but curious how have you kind of integrated that into being a coach for a Counter-Strike team, and what does that look like?
Yeah, so I don't do any analytical stuff. I don't do any like gameplay stuff. I'm just here for mental. Like I know the game well enough. I have 9,000 hours. I know the game well enough that I can have input here and there, but the guys really just hit that out of the park on their own, so I don't need to have any input. I'm just there to make sure that everybody's communication is really clear and concise, make sure that there's not any like undue conflict happening, which honestly they do a pretty good job again on their own. But I'm just a glorified cheerleader. I just keep the vibes high and make sure that we're all like happy and everybody feels like they have a voice. That's all I do.
Outstanding. Well, congrats to all of you on the win. 3-0, massive start. My question is for Mr. Toasty himself, Mr. Bagel. You freaking madman. Just lurking like a beast. You are entering like a beast. You are basically your Kindar without the credentials. I want to ask you specifically on your T side. One of the rounds that stood out to me was you came up a ladder and found a couple of alert kills there. Walk us through what your thought process is. When you get up by so many rounds, are you freed up as the aggressive player, the star player on the team to go in and freed up to go do these types of lurks? Or is this something that you guys have more of a strategic play? Like, we're going to do this regardless if we're up or down.
Well, it was more like kind of reading the other team we were playing. Those guys were making a lot of mistakes with their utility and their positioning, so it's just based off of the way they were playing. Kind of just figuring out, okay, this guy's probably gonna push here, because they got really antsy, especially when they were down a man or they lost map control. They really wanted to push, so we kind of just capitalized on their mistakes.
Love it. Yeah. So for your specific role, Bagel, do you feel freed up more this season to be more of yourself and take more of these aggressive peaks and stuff than you did last season?
Well, actually, yeah, Alpha coming into the team really helped me a lot with his zopping, because now I don't have to force myself to go for all these like weird entries and uncomfortable fights. So now I've been playing more like late rounds and playing more of the mid round to late round situations instead of dying early, because that's kind of what happened a lot last season. So yeah, I've been
Yeah,
definitely a lot more free, a lot more comfortable with Alpha on the team, especially just holding those angles and going for those entries that I don't have to do.
that's awesome. Montserrat,
Mhm.
since we have you here this week, I want to take you back to last week, Team Tempest.
Mhm.
Uh, I I don't know if it's overstating, and Bagel, you can tell me if I'm completely off base here. That game might go different if they don't have you there to help keep the vibes high. Because that game was so close last week, and I think at one point Atlas were down quite a few, and the chasm just quickly dried up. So walk us through how you kept the vibes high and such last week against Team Tempest?
I gotta be super honest, and I don't take credit away from myself lightly, but last week when they played that match, I was the one congratulating everybody after the match because, and sorry Bagel, but Bagel had 5 kills, I think 5 or 7 kills.
Bagel struggled last week.
Yeah, before the last round, he had like no kills, and for me, I would have been tilting off the face of the planet. He was calm, cool, and collected. He got that 4K at the end there, really like wrapping it up.
For the 4K out of nowhere at the
It
end
was,
to win it.
yeah, no,
Nice.
I was sweating bullets. My heart was pounding out of my chest because, it's frustrating when you're not doing well. But like he really pulled through when we needed him to. So like again, I don't take credit away from myself where there's credit due, but like they were on top of that. I've been trying to, because we scrim before matches. So I'm trying to implement like a little bit of time before matches to do like meditation. And I don't literally mean meditation, but anything that kind of gets you into the zone of like, okay, that was before, this is now, like let's focus up. And I complimented Bagel. I was like, bro, I don't know what you did during that time, but like you focused it straight up and you like really delivered when you had to. And a lot of people, when they get upset, Counter-Strike is all about communicating with your teammates, making sure that you're catching these little things, these timings, these rotations. And like communication never shut down. Everybody was talking. I didn't have to do a ton of work to keep the vibes high. Like they were just doing it. So I don't know if it's something that I've done or said in the past that they've, kept that in the back of their mind. But like, yeah, again, I really didn't have to do much. They're amazing players. They're starting to really like mesh and trust each other as the weeks go on, and I'm really, really excited to see what the rest of the season has for them.
That's awesome. I'm gonna say one last thing, then I'm gonna toss it over to Obo. I'm just gonna come out and say it as a statement. Bagel, you are one of the best up and coming NA players I've seen, bar none, and the period. This
Thank you, I
team
appreciate
can
that.
go freaking places. You continue to build on what you're doing, you continue to build on what you're learning. I think you could go toe to toe with some of the higher tier teams in Counter Strike. Period.
I appreciate
Here,
that.
here.
We'll see.
You're welcome. Obo, any questions from you?
Yeah, so I just had a question about the second round after you won pistol, I think. It's the second round of the game. You did win first pistol, right? Um, where you bought all rifles. It was all either AKs or Galils. Like lots of times you'll see teams go with the SMGs or like a couple, either to save their own money, to make money off the SMGs, to do like bonus round, the rounds coming, save forth. Is it like a conscious decision to go for all the rifles, or did you all just like happen to click Galil, or do you
Oh,
not
was
really
that the 4
coordinate
Galil
those kind of
round?
rounds?
Yeah, that was the 4 Galil round.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I think it was the second round of the game, was it?
Yep.
on T side.
Yeah, I
Yep.
believe. Yeah, after you
4
won the pistol.
Galils and an AK.
It's not necessarily like planned out, but the idea is on ramp you have Galils and they're all the way back there with like 5 cents, so you just take those long range duels. And also it's a little bit safer to go for Galils because if you win the anti-EK, then you go onto the gun round, you actually have like guns instead of a SMG or some shit. You have to make a
Right.
an aggro play or like run up
Like
and get close range. You don't have to do that if you have Galils.
it's a bonus round where you're not screwed, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
No, I was thinking that, and then I didn't say it. I should have said
But
it.
it wasn't that thought out. It was just kind of
Okay.
reflex. We just walk up ramp usually on Antikas. Sometimes we switch it up, but yeah, buying Galil there is kind of what we do. At least on
Okay.
Vertigo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, and then maybe just the last question I would have, just in general, I think like looked really smooth. Was that because the other team was bad? 'Cause they looked pretty bad, or was it because you guys like? Because it looked more on from my end that you guys are just like kind of in the zone, you know what to do, and you don't even have to say it. You just kind of do it.
Mm, I think it's a little bit of both, but I don't know. The other guys, they got really, really like antsy, especially when they lost control. So we just kind of
Yeah.
like capitalized on that,
They were like
especially
ants
towards the end.
scurrying all over the place.
Yep.
Well, you looked great. Good job,
Thank you.
guys.
Awesome. Listen, we're gonna get you both out of here. I have nothing else. Obo, you have anything else?
No, sir.
All right, excellent. We're gonna get you two out of here again. Congratulations on the win. Congrats on the 3-0 start to the season. I do see Team D2E on the schedule, so that's gonna be
Yep.
a fun game.
Rematch.
Yeah, rematch from last season, which I think didn't you all spank them 16-2?
Don't bring that up. New players and
16-1 this time, right?
I like it.
16-0.
Okay,
Oh boy.
I'm holding you to that.
Yeah.
Don't,
The last time I said that, that was our red team, and they promised me before the match because I casted it so late. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be 16-0." I went to Julian afterwards. I'm like, "Julian, you promised me 16-0, not for the other team." So
Unfortunate.
it is. But all right, we're gonna get Moncera and Obo out of here. Thank you both for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still here, tune in later tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be the Atlas Esports Purple Team, the all-female team, are heading off. They are going to compete in their third match of the season. Join us back here in about another hour and a half or so. Till then, Obo and I will catch you on a little bit. Latest, peoples.